Hello, everybody. Hello, Fumika-san.
Hi.
Nice studio again, isn't it?
Nice. I love it. It's like very summery, pineapple-y.
Pineapple. Oh, that's true. Pineapple. Yeah, I thought it was like a rock climbing place
Really?
where you hang on to those bumps and you climb the wall.
It actually also looks like the Issei Miyake. Is that his brand? His bags are like this shape.
Oh, really? Made of like alligator?
No, it's made out of
Crocodile.
like acrylic or like plastic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a lot of different colors. If you see it, you'll see why I think it looks like it.
It also looks like mango chocolate.
Mango chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we can all imagine what we want.
Yeah. We're still trying to look for the place that you want to be in.
Yes.
The canyon place.
Yes.
Horseshoe.
Horseshoe Bend. Yes.
Horseshoe Bend.
Yes.
So have you been to the darkness event?
Dialogue in the Dark. No, I actually haven't, but I have booked it.
Yeah.
Yes. So
You have?
Yep. I'm going to be be going in August. Or no, wait,
Right,
yeah, sometime in
right.
the summer. Yeah. So I will let you know what I think, but I'm really excited.
Yeah. Were there was it a group of 6?
So when I booked my day, it was only 4 available slots.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's going to be 6 or 4, but
Oh, okay.
because right now we're actually in the state of emergency, so we're not really.
Maybe they
supposed to.
have reduced the maximum number.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
But
yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
If a good family event for the summer.
I need to keep them busy, so I need to find things to do.
Yeah,
but,
and I'm sure you're gonna be talking about it the entire day, the rest of the day, and maybe like 3 days after that. You're gonna be talking about that.
I'll probably be talking about it to a lot of friends,
Yeah.
telling them that they should go. Yeah.
I have been doing that to many people.
And how many of those people have actually gone?
Well, I think you're the only one who's already booked.
Okay. Everyone's
yeah.
saying they will go, but they haven't actually. Yeah.
I'm hoping they will though. So, but I'm hoping to hear the story from you again.
Yes.
And I'm gonna introduce to you a Rakugo story because I haven't in the past couple of times.
Yeah, we haven't actually talked about Rakugo for a while. Yeah.
And I'm starting to recall that this is a Rakugo program. So I'm gonna introduce to you a story about a blind person, a rare story, I think. I don't think I have ever done a story
With a blind person.
With a blind
no,
person.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Or just
So usually in the old days, the most popular occupation for blind people was the masseuse.
Okay.
So, and also acupuncture. And so during the Edo era. And so the main character of this story is called Baiki. And by the way, this story is called Shingan in Japanese,
Shingan.
which stands for the eye of the heart,
Okay.
the heart eye, mind's eye,
Shingan.
kokoro no me. Yeah, the mind's eye would be perfect.
Shin means center.
Center, or no,
The
heart.
heart. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Kokoro no me.
Okay.
So this guy is called Baiki, and he's a masseuse, and he goes around. He lives in Asakusa. Now, one day he was in Yokohama, which is very far from Asakusa, and he was looking for clients walking around, and he couldn't find any. So he was desperate, and he didn't have the fee for transportation from Yokohama to Asakusa. So he went to his younger brother's house, who happened to live in Yokohama, to ask for some money. Now, his younger brother, he took care of him a lot from childhood. But he was very harsh. The younger brother was very harsh on Baiki. He said, again, were you asking for money again? You always come here for money. Why don't you help yourself? Why don't you hone your skills as a masseuse? Now, there's no progress, kind of like that. He's just a very, very harsh, bad person. And so, very upset, Baiki decides to go back home on foot. And on the way, he's thinking, oh man, this is just so upsetting, and maybe I should die. But then I have my wife, Otake. She's waiting for me. She's always worried about me. And she's going to be very sad. So I should go back home. So he walks back home, taking a long time. And then he goes back home, and Otake realizes that he's very upset. And she asks, why? Why are you so upset? And he talks about that, his younger brother's words. And Otake says, well, maybe he was just trying to, make you feel motivated to become a better masseuse. And Baiki says, Otake, you're always so nice to other people, and you always try to find something positive. But no, it's not that. I'm just a big burden for him. But I realize you're here, and I should live. So I'm going to the temple to wish for my health, and wish that my eyes will open and that I will be able to see even just one eye. I'm just going to pray and wish for 21 days, which is like the length for wish to come true. So he says that, and his wife Otake says, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to wish for you as well, even if my life gets a little shorter. That was the belief. So even if my life gets shorter, I will pray that your eyes will be able to see. And they start doing that. And on the 21st day, Baiki is in front of the temple again. And okay, so this is the final day, and I should be able to see. But I can't see. See, I'm hopeless. I gotta die. No. I am going to die. And he's screaming in panic. And then a man called Kazusaya, who is an acquaintance, walks past by and says, hi, Baiki. And Baiki says, oh, that must be the voice of Kazusaya. Hi. And Kazusaya says, Baiki, your eyes are open. What is going on? Can you see me? And Baiki realizes, oh, I can see now. Wow. Oh, I wasn't used to this feeling, but whoa, I can see. Oh, so Kazusaya-san, you look like that. And he goes to the temple, thank you very much for opening my eyes. And wow, so this is it. And they walk back home, because Baiki says, before I used to know where my home was, but then I'm having too much information that I don't know how to go back home. So please take me home. And asks Kazusaya to take him home. And all the while he has a cane. And Kazusaya saying, oh, Baiki, you don't need that cane. You can already see. But just I need this for and then they're going, and they see many things. They see the rickshaw. So, and Baiki is like, oh, that's the rickshaw. My wife Otake has been saying, be careful to rickshaws. And I have known it from the sound. But okay, well, that's like the human pulling the car, right? Yeah. And so they see new things. And then on the rickshaw, I think, there was a lady called Koharu, who is a geisha, a very beautiful geisha. And she, when they see her, Kazusaya says, do you recognize her? She's Koharu. Oh, Koharu-san. Oh, she's the geisha at the place where I go to massage. Wow. She seems to be a beautiful lady. Of course she's beautiful. I mean, she's the most beautiful in that place, and she's probably the most beautiful lady in the entire town. Wow. And he says, so is my wife Otake as beautiful as her? And Kazusaya says, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe very, very not. So this is the bad, terrible part about this story. But so Kazusaya just explains, how not good looking his wife is,
Mhm.
and but how good a person she is.
Mhm.
She's like Buddha
Mhm.
herself, you know.
Personality is
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's so kind. She's caring.
Mhm.
Everybody's talking about how nice a person she is.
Mhm.
It's just not the complete opposite of Koharu in
Mhm.
terms of the looks. And Baiki is like, oh wow, I never knew that. But she has been very nice to me. And I knew that part, but I see she's not that good looking. And how about me? And Kazusa says, oh, you're the most good looking, handsome person there is. I mean, there are many actors, but they're of no comparison to you. You are a fine young man.
Mhm. Is he joking or is it
Very
real?
true.
Very
So
true.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
He's just very good looking.
Uh-huh.
And so people were saying, you know, they don't match each other, the couple.
Uh-huh.
But and he hears that story. Oh wow, I see. I'm good looking. and they look into a mirror, and Mikey's like, wow, you're true. I'm very good looking. And Kazu says, you're okay. And yeah, I guess I'm okay. Kazu says. And then they decide, Baiki decides to go to Koharu's place. And they start drinking together.
Mhm.
And Koharu's like, wow, Baiki-san, you can see now. I've always wanted to tell you, but you're so good looking, and I have always had a crush on you. And I had hoped that you will be able to see and that we can be a couple. Well, of course, I have a wife, but who cares? I'm much better looking than she is, and we're a better match. Why don't we get together? And Baiki is like, well, that's true. Maybe, yeah, because I'm good looking. She's not a good match for me. She's a good person, but until now I couldn't see, so it was okay. But now I can see. And Koharu-san, you're very good looking, so I guess you're a better match for me. And they start drinking, right? And then and then at that moment, Otake breaks in to the room and says, What are you doing? I've been caring for you for a long time. I've been taking care of you. And what have you done to me? And she just goes to Baiki and just, squeezes his neck, like goes like,
Strangling him.
He strangles him, yeah. And then Baiki like, and then he hears someone waking him up. Hey, Baiki, are you okay? You seem to be suffering a lot. Are you okay? And then he wakes up and realizes it's a dream. Oh, Otake. And he couldn't see. But he's like, oh, is that Otake? Yes, you've been sleeping, but moaning and groaning. Are you okay? And he's like sweating. Oh, so it was all a dream. Well, now I'm up now. And Otake is like, okay, so from this morning, we're going to go to the temple to wish for your eyes. And so it's just
That part was a dream
actually,
too.
yeah. Actually, the next morning, after he was very, very upset, so they get up. So we have to go to the temple now. We have to wish for you. And Baiki says, nah, maybe not. I don't think I need to do that. And Otake is like, why? Yesterday you were saying you're gonna go to the temple and wish for your healthy eyes. Why is it? And then it's the punchline, and he goes, well, for us blind people, I don't know why, but while we are sleeping, we seem to see very well. That's a
Wait, what's the punchline in Japanese?
不思議なもんだな。寝ているときはよく見えるもんだ。
Oh, I mean, so it's the
Something
same, basically
Yeah.
the same. Yeah,
Mm.
I really like this story though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like a lot of drama, and there's like that
Uh-huh.
part where the geisha, what was her name?
Koharu.
Koharu is kind of like what, but
It shows like the human nature,
yeah,
right?
and the way it ends is like he chose to just be who he is, and he kind of accepts that. So I really like this story.
So basically, yeah, that's right. He chose otake, and maybe I don't know, he chose to stay that way. So you never know if otake really was not good looking or not, because it was in the dream, right? And maybe, I don't know.
So because it was a dream, who knows what the reality is? But I think he was scared to face it because, of the changes that might happen.
Yes.
But yeah, I really like this.
Yeah.
Is this something you do often, or?
No, I've never done this story.
In Japanese either?
In Japanese, nor
Why?
in English.
It's not really.
I had never been that interested in the story, but
really,
yeah,
like I like it. Excuse me, I like it because it's not like, I mean, it's not like so funny kind of like just you don't have to think about anything, but it's more like it was like a drama, and it's kind of like, and it has a good point at the end.
Yeah.
I think that the ending was kind of like a little bit weak because it's just a normal story.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a rakugo in a way.
Yeah.
It was just like a
so
story.
Along the way, like Baiki being confident in his looks, and also sort of making fun of Kazusaya's looks as well, and the fact that he's starting to be confused because he's gaining too much information through his eyes, and that he had more control of himself when he was blind is like the funny part of the story. So he's all going, wow, when I used to be blind, I was in control. I knew these things. But now that I'm seeing it, I'm confused. I can't understand anything.
This is a really good story, especially during these times, because right now people, like humans in general, we have too much information with our smartphones. So it's like before we had our smartphones, we were all kind of in control of our feelings and just like who we are. But now with all this information and trying to compare ourselves with like your friends and famous people, it's like you just get too scared. And I mean it's so relevant to the world right now.
That's true.
I think it's a really good story just because it kind of makes you realize like you should just kind of be happy with what you have.
That is true. So Baiki in his dreams was comparing himself and his wife with many others, right? But then he was content in his real life with his wife, right? And he decided to stay that way. Wow, that's a good story.
Yeah, it really is. So basically, it's like you could kind of, you don't have to change it, but I mean, I don't want to be rude or anything, but it's like the blindness is kind of like, it's probably not even comparable, so I don't want to offend anybody, but in a way, it's like, the smartphone.
Maybe, that's right.
For people nowadays. I think it's just really a story that kind of wakes you up.
That's true. This story is one of the classical stories, but it was made by the same person who made the story Shibahama. Encho, Sanyute Encho was the original maker of the story. And so he had, there are many stories, but he had a brother or he had a disciple who was blind. And he, from the story that he heard from them, he created the story. So he had someone around who had a very similar experience and made the story from that.
Oh, okay.
In the original story, it says that the original story was more of a, what do you call, bad ending, sad ending.
Oh, okay.
So
they changed
so
it.
he was able to see, Baiki was able to see, and then and Otake lost her vision, lost her sight.
Oh.
and it was. I don't think it ended as a dream even.
Oh, okay.
So it was just a very bad aftertaste.
Yeah. I mean, this one. It's just a normal story. So I mean, it might have to be Rakugo, but yeah, I really like it. I think this might actually be one of my favorites. Just
wow, okay.
The theme of it, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I also like the name Baiki. It's very rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does it mean anything? It's just a very catchy
the character
name.
is like ume
Plum?
yorokobi. So the kanji character for Baiki.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Plum happiness.
Plum happiness. Wow. I like the name too.
Baiki. Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's very rare. Yeah, I really like the story. And you probably thought I was going to hate it just because there's so many the women trying to cheat with a married guy. And there are points where it's
a description of to make the story funny, I guess.
Yeah. But as a story in general, I really like it.
That's true. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try this sometime.
Yeah, but there just has to be a stronger ending because I was waiting for like a bigger kind of
so to be logical, to have a logical ending, it would be like no, I don't need to see because then I won't be able to really see the important things.
Maybe something like that.
Things like that.
Yeah. Or I think I was just expecting something really something like a firework type of ending or something really funny. But I mean, it was just very. I was expecting too much.
Okay, yeah.
But if I wasn't expecting anything, it would have been like I would have been like, whoa, that's great. From the very beginning. But the more I think about it, the more I really like it.
Okay. Let's try this sometime. And I guess it's completely translatable into English as well. It doesn't rely on puns. And it has a universal theme, I think. So good that I chose this story for this time.
Yeah. I think it was a good one.
Okay. Well then, so that was Shingan, The Mind's Eye. And it was one of new Fumika's
favorite story.
stories.
Yeah.
Great. So next time, I'm gonna I don't know. Okay.
We'll think about what you do.
Next time we'll think about what to talk about.
Okay.
Some other topic. Okay. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. And we try to make this one short. Hope it doesn't exceed 20 minutes.
Yes. So stop.
Okay. So see you. Bye bye.